Welcome to Doctrine and Devotion, a podcast exploring Christian faith and practice from a Reformed Baptist perspective. My name is Joe Thorne. I'm the lead pastor of Redeemer Fellowship in St. Charles, Illinois.
And I'm Jimmy Fowler, executive pastor at Redeemer Fellowship. Aw, there it is.
My wife is texting me right on cue.
Of course, dude. Why don't you turn the sound off?
She's like, "Are you at Levita?" And I'm like,
You're like, "No, we're recording right now." Jen, this is my time.
Yeah, I'm going to tell her, "Hey, no, at the church.
Recording.
What's up? Happy New Year."
Yeah. Well, no, it's New Year's Eve right now.
Yeah, but you still be like, "Happy New Year." Yeah.
No, you don't say that yet.
Yeah, you do.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you
no,
do.
you
I
don't.
told, that's a thing.
When have you ever
Urban Dictionary it.
No, when have you ever celebrated New Year's?
I don't.
Exactly.
I haven't seen the ball drop or the hour turnover since 2000 for Y2K. I was in Germany, and crazy people in Germany at New Year's Eve. Man, New Year's Eve in Germany, when you're walking around downtown Frankfurt,
yep.
the streets are packed. I mean, it's crazy packed. Like the streets, the sidewalks, everybody's walking around, and everybody's walking around with like these big bundles of bottle rockets and like these big like Roman candle things.
I would have thought you would have loved it.
Yeah, well, no, it's fine, right? They start shooting them off right there in front of, like, there's no like there's not a lot of freedom in Germany on certain issues.
Okay.
But apparently, like, explosives are totally okay on New Year's Eve. So yeah, it was.
So any New Year's Eve, any plans tonight?
No, I just go to bed at like whenever, and that's it. We don't really do anything. No.
So your normal time then, 1 or 2 in the morning?
No, I'm going to bed early. I've been going to bed early.
Really? What time?
I've been going to the gym and everything.
I
10:30.
didn't ask about gym. I just asked about what
but
time.
I can't go to the gym if I go to bed late.
Yeah.
So.
Nice little plug there for yourself.
It's not like that. I'm not that serious because I only do like 45 minutes of cardio. So
oh,
it's
okay.
Not really
It's
that,
just, only doing it 6-7 days a week.
Yeah, humble brag. So yeah, no, basically 10:30. I'm trying to get to bed at 10:30.
Wow,
except on Thursday nights, I stay up late because Friday's my day off, so I like to stay up late.
So you get to say, you get to sleep in, kind of get up and go.
So yeah. So what are you doing? Do anything for New Year's Eve?
Probably just neighbors, hanging out with the neighbors.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
I don't know. They want to, and I'm not going anywhere. I don't do New Year's Eve.
Well, you're doing something though.
I know.
It doesn't.
Just at the neighbors, and then I'm gonna leave.
Can you got a favorite like New Year's Eve movie?
A favorite New Year's Eve movie?
Mm-hmm.
No.
What?
I don't. I don't have a movie for New Year's Eve. Yeah. I do not. What do you? Apparently you do.
Well, there's a bunch of famous ones. Yeah, I just figured you would be like, oh,
no. Which, like what?
Well, When Harry Met Sally is a famous New Year's Eve movie.
I don't watch that.
All right, so the Poseidon Adventure.
Yeah, I don't watch that.
Mm-hmm. And not the remake either.
Yeah, I don't watch that. What else?
Old school. Well, there's from 1980, there's New Year's Evil.
Okay, I don't watch that either.
That's kind of my thing. Growing up and whatnot. But there's a bunch of them.
So which of those are you going to be watching?
Terror Train.
Terror Train.
Yeah.
What are you watching tonight then?
No, I'm just saying. Like I like. You should have a movie for every holiday season.
Okay, so again, what are you watching tonight then?
I might be revisiting a classic. I don't know.
Like which one?
I don't want to say because I don't want people to.
No,
I'm not recommending it. I don't remember what
you're
it's
not
like.
recommending.
New Year's Evil might,
New Year's Evil?
I don't know. I want to see what it's all about.
What's New Year's Evil about?
I don't remember. It's been since 1980. I probably haven't seen it since like 83.
All right, give me the gist of it.
Nah, I don't remember.
The basic premise.
Don't.
You do.
Nope.
You're lying.
Hey.
For some reason, you just don't want to say what it is.
I didn't think
if you're going to make me Google this and figure it out.
I wasn't about to. I thought we were going to talk about 1689.
Yeah, I know, but I just want you talked about New Year's Eve movies. I just want to hear.
I just said these are some that are out
New
there.
New Year's Evil.
It's more like the title. They came up with the title of that movie before they wrote any of the script.
Oh, so it's not even about New Year's Eve.
No, I'm just saying, like, that's how you know that movie was made.
All right.
They're like, this genius title. New Year's Evil. Man, let's go write that movie. That's what they did.
I actually do think it's a good title.
Yeah, it is. It's very good. Yeah.
So, all right. Well, we're talking about, since Joe doesn't want to talk about his movie, we're going to be talking about the 1689. We're going to be wrapping up chapter 8. as we look at paragraphs 9 and 10.
Yeah.
And so we'll start with 9, which is more of like a
I'm
summary.
really going to start with 9. It's interesting
Instead of
choice.
10.
Interesting choice.
Instead of 10, Joe. I think we should start with 9. And so I want to make sure we're on the same page here.
Okay.
Then we're going to start here at 9. So I'll go
9.
ahead and read this.
All right.
The office of mediator between God and man is proper only to Christ, who is the prophet, priest, and king of the church of God, and may not be either in whole or any part thereof transferred from him to any other. Oh. So there's only one mediator.
Yeah, we read that in Timothy, don't we?
Yeah. There's only one mediator between God and man. And it's only Christ.
Yeah,
it's only Jesus.
Yeah, it's not the Pope.
Wait, Frank isn't our.
No, it's not Mary. She's not like co-mediatrix.
Oh, are we sure?
Yep. It's not your pastor.
Oh, hold on though. But what if we call my pastor Bishop?
No.
What if he's the bishop?
If Bishop is your first name, I'm fine.
Yeah.
You can
No,
call
but
him
no,
Bishop
but
then.
that's a title.
That's a good first name. Mm-hmm. Bishop. Yeah. But no, but there are a lot of people that, in fact, I even see this in some evangelical churches or some using that word a little bit loosely, but you'll see that in small churches and large churches where the pastor is really controlling and domineering, and he really presents himself as the mediator. Like, I speak and it's authoritative. I am your prophet, priest, and king.
I have the mantle.
Yeah.
And so, because of that, and because I've got the mantle, you should have these coloring books with my image.
Supporting my vision.
Supporting my vision.
Yes.
The vision, though, that God gave me for you.
So it's just as inspired, as inerrant, as authoritative as anything else you'd read in Scripture.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we're not down with that. Jesus is the mediator. He is the only mediator, and he is the one to whom we all pledge our allegiance. Now, paragraph 10.
Why don't you go ahead and read that? Because after we're done with 9, we'll go to 10.
Oh, okay, good. I like that. I like that flow. Mm-hmm. This number and order of offices is necessary, that being prophet, priest, and king, right? For in respect of our ignorance, we stand in need of his prophetical office. And in respect of our alienation from God and imperfection of the best of our services, we need his priestly office to reconcile us and present us acceptable unto God. And in respect to our averseness and utter inability to return to God, and for our rescue and security from our spiritual adversaries, we need his kingly office to convince, subdue, draw, uphold, deliver, and preserve us to his heavenly kingdom.
Pada bow.
Oh, that's so good.
Pada bow.
I love that. Like it just takes the time to very simply state, this is why, this is not just Jesus is a prophet, priest, and king, but this is why you need Jesus as prophet, priest, and king. And it says here that we need him in his prophetical office because of our ignorance.
Yeah.
Why?
Because left to our own devices, we listen to ourselves, right? We follow ourselves. We follow our heart.
Yeah. But as Rich Mullins says, when you follow your heart, it just leads you right back to yourself.
There you go. There you go. I have no idea any Rich Mullins songs. So I don't even know what to do. Mm-hmm. Was he big in 1890?
Yes.
Okay.
But he died in a butter churning accident on a carriage that was in something like that. I don't know. It was a long time ago.
Okay. So but because we follow ourselves, and so we need.
What are we ignorant of?
We're ignorant of God and his ways.
Yeah. We're ignorant of the world and ourselves.
Yeah.
Like we can figure out math. We can figure out a lot in the created world.
Some of us can.
Okay. You guys can figure out math.
Yeah. On average.
On average,
only one of us here figures out math.
Right.
Which is what percentage? What percentage?
Well, it's just one of us, that'd be 1%.
It's moments like this where I think to myself, this is why I love Joe. This big dummy.
I can do that math. You said one. There's one of us. It's 1%.
That was pretty good.
Good job. I would be the second percent. Making Jimmy laugh when he's got this cough is like my favorite thing. All right. So we're ignorant of all these things. Yeah. So we need Christ in his because what do prophets do? They tell the truth. They preach. They confront. They inform. And so, we have to embrace this. And so even now, like, okay, so, all right, all right, girl, you've been studying Reformed theology for 20 years now, and you're hardcore. You're in your church. You're known as this theologian who just has so many answers. You still, in and of yourselves, need that prophet, because anything you now know by his prophetic ministry in your life.
Yeah.
And so you need him to continue to teach you. You need him to continue to exhort you and to correct you wherever you are wrong. And in light of the fact that we have now been informed and taken out of our ignorance progressively, we find that we need Jesus not just in his prophetical office, but also in his priestly office, right?
Yeah, his priestly office to reconcile us and present us acceptable unto God.
Right, because the imperfection of our best services.
Yeah.
Right. So your best deeds, even now, it's your best praying, your best preaching, your best parenting, your best giving. All of it remains imperfect. It's not.
Why is it imperfect though?
Well, because even though our good works stem from faith and they are therefore pleasing to God, they have to be perfected by Christ, because even if, and I don't think this is possible, but even if the execution externally of the deed can be perfect, the motives behind it will be imperfect. We have multiple motives, right? I remember sitting in a class at Moody Bible Institute with Dr. Quiggle. Dr. Quiggle was, there's like a few professors there that I just thought were awesome.
Yeah. When did he transfer to Moody from Hogwarts? You like that?
He would like that. I think he would like that. So he was pressing us one time on this very principle. He was a church historian, and he was saying, like, so why do you think, like, Charles Swindoll and Josh McDowell, he was using these guys that were popular back then. Why do you think they are preaching? Why do you think they like to preach? And people were like, well, they're called by God. They're gifted in that area. And he said, how many of you think that they like to preach because they like being up front? They like being the people talking. And everybody was like, no, you can't judge him for that. Why would you say that? And he said, I guarantee you, everybody has mixed motives, and there is a selfish part to us.
Yeah.
So, and I started to think, like, yeah, like, I genuinely want to preach because I feel like God's called me to do that and equipped me to do that. But then, of course, there's this aspect like, well, yeah, I like being the guy that gets to do the exhorting. There's a selfish or a prideful part that comes into it. So even in our best efforts, there are mixed motives.
Yeah, they're tainted in some way. Yep.
And our faith, and listen, even though our faith is real, our faith is imperfect. It's not. We all have doubts. So that's the imperfection. We need his priestly office to make us acceptable to God. So, I mean, again, what should that produce in us, Jimmy, in terms of like the convictional aspect? When we see that our best efforts are still tainted and unworthy, but then Christ perfects them for us.
Yeah, I mean, we should. It should take us down a notch, right? Into
being humbled,
being humbled, right? That even as we're striving and trying, it's not perfect. It should also. We should also be extending grace to those around us.
Yeah.
Instead of being so quick to judge them and to ridicule them and to, I guess, look down upon them. You're in the same position. Your faith is not perfect. Your work is tainted with selfishness on some level, and you've got mixed motives for what you do. And you should really be thankful that despite your imperfections, God still receives this.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's pretty cool. Yeah.
You know, everybody hates, not everybody. I get the vibe that everybody hates The Little Drummer Boy, that song. I love The Little Drummer Boy.
Why?
I love that song. Well, first of all, there's some pretty cool.
You're little.
Well, there's that. I can
so
relate.
There's like kind of this, hey guys.
Hey, I got a drum.
Hey, I'm little. Don't look down. I mean, metaphorically on him.
But here's the thing. See, Little Drummer Boy, first of all, there's some great renditions of that song that are pretty cool. But I actually really like the idea, man. There's this kid. He's with these people that are coming to see the newborn Messiah, and everybody's presenting these gifts.
Yeah.
Right. And so there's, of course, you get the picture, right? They're bringing gold and frankincense and myrrh, these expensive, costly gifts. And there's this boy who's seeing the baby Messiah, and he's overwhelmed, and he's like, I don't have anything. I'm poor. I'm poor like the Messiah. Look at this. I don't have anything worthy to give, but I play this instrument. Maybe I could play,
Yeah.
And it's like, I'll give you what I have. I'll give you what I can do. Like, I like that. I'm not afraid to say that I'm not afraid to wear granny chains on my glasses, so I'm not afraid of a lot. But I like that song. And again, it's like God receives our gifts like that. They're imperfect. They're small. Like, oh, so you're gonna bang on your little drum, you little poor kid? That's all I got.
Yeah.
And he accepts it and he rejoices in it, not because it's perfect, but because it comes from faith and it's perfected by Jesus.
Continuing on, and in respect to our averseness and utter inability to return to God, and for our rescue and security from our spiritual adversaries, we need his kingly office to convince, subdue, draw, uphold, deliver, and preserve us to his heavenly kingdom.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, man.
Thank God, right?
Yeah.
For real. Like, thank God that that Jesus is our King who protects us and provides for us. And, when I pray over my kids at night, like last night, the prayer always has the same theme. I say it in somewhat different ways.
Yeah.
But I pray that God would bless and protect my children, that he would keep them from evil, that he would guard their hearts, that he would cause them to grow in faith and love and wisdom, I pray that they would love Jesus and follow him all the days of their life. Like I pray this over them. And really what I'm praying is that Jesus would do what he does for his people in his office as prophet, priest, and king, to convince, subdue, draw, uphold, and deliver, and preserve us, right? Like, we need convincing, right? Because we tend to doubt. We need to be subdued because there is this wildness of our spirits that will rebel from time to time.
Yeah.
We need to be drawn because sometimes we don't see how beautiful God is and the gospel is. So he reveals the mysteries of salvation by his, in the word to us. And then he upholds us because we're weak. He delivers us because the devil seeks to entrap us. And then he preserves us because, if he didn't, we wouldn't persevere.
Yeah.
Right. He preserves us so that we will persevere to the end. For me, this is I know this, experientially. Like, I know that left to myself, I wouldn't finish. And so, like you were saying earlier, this gives me confidence not in myself but in God.
Yeah.
This gives me a joyful gratitude and humility, seeing that he is doing so much for me that I could never do for myself, and he does it faithfully, and he does it in such a way that it guarantees the end.
Yeah. Really
encouraging for me as I'm not a young Christian, but in many ways, like every believer, I am a child who needs that level of protection.
Well, man, Happy New Year.
Yeah, man. Well, I can't say it yet.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Happy New Year's Eve.
Happy New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
See?
Uh-huh.
Good job. You finally learned something.
Go hang out with your neighbors.
I will.
Every time you talk about your neighbors, though, from the pulpit, you're always talking about how much of a drag it is.
Yeah. I don't like being with people.
You like being with me?
Yeah. Sometimes.
Yeah. Comparatively.
I guess comparatively.
Yeah, see, I'll take that.
That's because we don't talk. We just sit there, we smoke, and that's it.
Yeah. We just make mean mugging at each other.
Like our best conversations are when we're sitting next to each other texting.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, and judging each other's tone in the text.
Yeah, because I know.
What did you mean by that?
No, I know what you meant.
Your tone was way off.
Yeah.
Hey, next year, 2019, good things are going to be happening for D&D. We got plans for more video content, just kind of ironing that out. We're excited about that. And we've got a new editor, so the blog's going to be nice and active.
Up and going.
And of course, the conference 2019, D&D, it's going to be great.
Boom.
Keep getting more sponsors, man. I thought we were all sponsored up.
No.
More sponsors like, hey, we want to be in on this.
Yeah.
We're like, yeah, awesome.
All right, come on.
Lots of room.
Yep.
People are signing up. It's going to be great. It's going to be big. So, hey, if you think about it, pray for us for 2019 here at Doctrine and Devotion, because we want to be putting out really good stuff that helps you guys. And we want this conference to be a real success. And for us, success doesn't mean that, we have 1,000 people show up or whatever. Success for us means that the word is preached in such a way that the people are genuinely edified, that minds are actually changed. And we want the fellowship to be rich and real. We don't want it to just be something that people go to and then go home. We want like relationships to be made, friendships to develop. And we see that happening from year to year.
Yeah.
Like for us, a successful conference is one in which God is glorified and the people are edified. So just pray for us in that, and we'll let you know how it goes. Of course, we'll see a lot of you there. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, we'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. You can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Doc and Devo, or on Facebook /Doctrine and Devotion. You can head to the website, drdevotion.com. There you can contact us. You can sign up for the email blast, or hit up the store, jofostore.com, and grab some gear. Fresh pod every Monday and Thursday. Blog post on Wednesdays. Video content when available. Later.